Greetings, fellow rock tumblers. Check this out. This was sold to me as Tumbling Rough. That's all they said, Tumbling Rough. I thought, why not give it a whirl? Let's see how nice this so-called Tumbling Rough actually turns out when we tumble it. So what I'm going to do is get this started in the coarse grit in the 6090 silicon carbide, get it rolling, try to get these pieces nice and smooth. And then we'll find out what this Tumbling Rough is and how nicely it shines. It looks to me like it's a combination of some jaspers and some agates and maybe even some stromatolite. Who knows, right? Just in air quotes, tumbling rough. Clearly just a bunch of pieces that have been cut up, and who knows how they'll turn out, right? Well, let's find out. Let me get these started in the coarse grit, and then I will update this video once that stage is finished. Our tumbling rough is finally finished with the coarse stage. Most of these tumbled nicely into a good smooth shape. A couple of them still have some minor issues, but I'm ready to move on. See how well all this stuff polishes. As you can see, we have some Montana agate in there for sure. A little bit of tiger eye. I think I see some stromatolite in there and just some sort of generic sort of agate rocks. So let's get these started in the vibratory tumbler, and after my 8-day 4-step process, let's just see how shiny they turn out. Our tumble mix is all finished with the polishing stage. Check it out. What do you think? We got us some shiny rocks. And frankly, some of these are really nice. So let's take a look at just some of the nicer ones. Here's a pretty little agate. Some banding in there. Took a great shine. Look at that. What do you think? Oh yeah, very nice. And here's another generic looking agate. Maybe a Montana agate, I'm not sure, but it has a little bit of that brownness in there that I normally associate with the Montana agates. As you can see, it took a great shine. Nice and translucent. So this batch did include a couple of these small pieces of tiger's eye, and I like the way this stuff turned out. I do see some chatoyancy in there, you know, that effect, that tiger eye effect. The polish looks really good. Pretty cool. I'm definitely calling this one a Montana agate. See, it has those little bands in there. Pretty nice, don't you think? Took a good shine. Pretty decent tumble, not perfect, but decent enough. I didn't want to continue grinding it down in the coarse stage just to get rid of those pits. So, I really like how this little agate turned out. You can see it has a great shine. And I enjoy these agates that have the quartz crystal on the inside. So what do you think? Pretty nice. And speaking of agates with some quartz in them, check this one out. It looks pretty good on this side. Probably another Montana agate, but over here, voila! A little crystal pocket on there. How interesting is that? Here's a good looking little rock, a little different from the other ones. It's got a lot more detail in it. Some, I guess, some laciness in there maybe. Pretty little stone. As I was following this one through the stages, I kept referring to it as a snow-capped mountain rock. I like that little snow cap right there on the top of that mountain. Isn't that interesting? Check out this pretty little agate when we turn it over here. Very cool. Look at those, I guess, water level bands in there. Just captured those a little bit. This one had some issues tumbling, so it's not a perfect tumble, but it's my little bullseye rock. You can just see the bullseye right there. Probably a little piece of banded shirt. So the shine is good, but as you can see, the tumble is not great. It's got some fractures in there. And this, I believe, is another piece of some sort of chert. Took a good shine. And this rock is unmistakably stromatolite. Yeah, stromatolite. Not a great tumble as well, but pretty rock nonetheless. And here's a small piece of the tiger's eye, but again, it has some good chatoyancy in there. Took a good tumble and polished. What do you think? Let's see if I can get it to do its little magic here. It's too small to grip. Oh, there we go. You can see it there. Like turning a light bulb. Off, on, off, on. Yeah, I like that effect. That's really cool. I like this little agate. It seems to have a feather in it. Almost like a guitar pick. It's narrow. Could make that into a little pendant. Put a hole in there and wear it around your neck. And here's a pretty little striped agate. Look at this. Ooh, check out that reflection. That's cool. It's got some interesting stuff in there. Here's a nice agate. Looks like it was part of a slab that just got cut up for this tumbling mix. Took a great shine, as you can see. I like this one because it has this interesting little valley through it here. Every time between stages I would have to get my toothbrush and clean it out, but as you can see, it kept itself clean enough where it didn't affect the other stages and turned out to be a pretty little rock. Here, I'll show you one more piece, little piece of this tiger's eye. Has that nice effect in there. Cool, take a good shine. Very nice. Look how that dark band there just disappears. It's like, now you see it, now you don't. The magic rock. That's really interesting. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, it just vanishes, doesn't it? Like no trace of it there. Huh? That's really a cool effect. Yeah, well. And I'll end on this interesting little Montana agate piece right here. You can see it has good translucency and that beautiful brown sort of wavy inclusions forming those bands in there. Typical of the Montana agates. Very nice. And here are the rest of them. You know, it's more of the same. Nothing too special. Okay, there you have it. That is our tumble mix, all tumbled and polished. I think they turned out really nice. Hope you agree. I got these from my favorite Facebook seller, Kimberly Roll at Rolls Rock and Gift Shop, I believe. So check her out if you want to get mixes like this. And hopefully you'll have some good results. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate it. Please be sure and check my other videos for a lot more like this. Thanks again.